Hey, good evening, guys. Welcome back to my show. My name is Gregory Wright, Greg Wright for short. I got some good news, guys. Finally, out of all the apocalyptic news that we've been hearing over the last year and disaster horror stories over the past 4, with Weekend at Bernie's as a president and a cackling baboon as a vice president, it is finally good to take a break and talk about something other than politics. It deals with inner strength, inner peace, and we all should want that for ourselves, our family. And so this story is going to be about 19 Tibetan monks, or Buddhist monks, from Fort Worth, Texas. They walked 2,300 miles from Fort Worth, Texas to DC, and then they went into Maryland. And Maryland, of course, is north of DC. And in the background, you're going to see a commercial that popped up, but more importantly, you're going to see monks' interaction with the public as they pass through these cities. They've even passed through my home state of Virginia not too long ago. And these guys are showing great strength walking through the snow, the slush. Now, I'm pretty sure some warm areas, especially when they first started down in Texas. But the Walk for Peace is a 2,300-mile Buddhist pilgrimage from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C., undertaken by 19 monks from the Huang Dao Vipassana Bhavana Center, accompanied by their rescue dog Aloka. The journey, which began in October 2025 and spanned 108 days across 9 states, aimed to promote inner peace, mindfulness, compassion, nonviolence, and interfaith dialogue. That means that whatever you choose to believe in and whatever I choose to believe in, if they happen to be two different things, that doesn't mean that we stop speaking as human beings. The monks arrived in DC on February 10th, which was yesterday of this year, where they were greeted by joyful crowds. Today, activities continue with meetings on Capitol Hill, a procession past the Washington Monument, and a peace ceremony at the Lincoln Memorial attended by thousands. The event has inspired millions worldwide with extensive social media coverage, a live tracking map, and invitations for public participation in ongoing events through February 14th. See, I thought they left already, but obviously they are still carrying on events in the DC area. So the Buddhist monks Walk for Peace, 2,300-mile pilgrimage from Texas to DC, and then not too many people talk about the fact that they walked to parts of Maryland as well, which is beyond DC. And so we got what they were trying to promote: inner peace, self-determination, inner strength, things like that. But I thought it was just cool to see that we are talking about something other than the usual. I'm tired of hearing about Bad Bunny. This is good stuff right here. This is definitely good stuff right here. It's a short story, but here we go.
The peace walk continued along Route 1 in Fredericksburg, escorted by police and sheriff's deputies. The monks moved slowly, singing, humming, and praying. This is their final leg of a massive 2,300-mile walk for peace from Fort Worth, Texas to D.C. They crossed into the Commonwealth on February 5th and expect to reach the nation's capital later this month. The group says their mission is to raise awareness for, quote, peace, loving kindness, and compassion. The group, just shy of 20, is walking the country, handing out flowers and hope.
It's a very peaceful moment for me, and I don't know, so every single time I see them walk, it just brings the views, the moments I would just want to take my kids out here to experience that as well.
It was an incredible moment. It was inspiring, heartwarming, and deeply personal for each person here, especially myself.
Beyond peace, I felt like it was a moment of unity. There were a lot of different people here from different backgrounds, and everybody was here for the same reason and the same purpose, is to be close to the monks and absorb their message.
So pretty profound so far. I don't work with a crew, so every click of the mouse, every move that I make to do and undo something is up to my slow little fingers. Let's get to another video, right? Let's see here. I think I like this one. I like this one.
These Buddhist monks have been on a journey across the country, not by car or by plane, but on foot, every step of the way, carrying a bit of sacrifice, service, some even saying sickness, but they say that this has nothing to do with attention. It's all about their message, and their message is peace. 2,300 miles, 103 days so far. Venerable Pinyon Carter is leading over a dozen monks from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. in a massive walk for peace.
This is a long journey, and it's been 8 days, and the people coming out is overwhelmed. I have never expected this crowd before, but it's keep growing every day.
The now 5-month-long journey has captured the nation's attention, being escorted by police across jurisdictions despite the frigid.
I mean, look at that. How many of us would walk for peace like that? We were snowed in, for God's sakes, right? I don't know when particular this snapshot in time was, but obviously this is somewhere where we recently received snow over the last 3 weeks, and most of us are still digging out now. But these guys, they're walking. I mean, it takes inner strength. And let me tell you, I've never walked to 2,300 miles, and I'm pretty sure that these guys, yeah, my mic was off, guys. Apologize for that. But hey, just look at that. Just look at that. You got brave Buddhist monks walking the inclement weather while most of us were snowed in. And you can't discount the courage, the inner strength that it takes to do something like this. I've never walked 2,300 miles before, but I've walked at least 100, not at one time, and I've ran about 52, 53 miles, not at one time. Close to 200 miles total in my in the past, 25 years. And I got to tell you, 20 miles at a time will take you out. 10 miles at a time will take the average person out, as far as foot blisters and leg cramps and all that. I mean, this is just amazing.
Temperatures, even snowy conditions. Pinakara says the trek continues.
Some of our venerable monks haven't seen snow before, and so this is their first experience. And of course, this is something, Asia, we are not very strong for the cold, and so it's very difficult for our venerable monks. A lot of us are sick because of the freezing temperatures, but we are good overall with this weather, with the snow. It's it's different experience.
Thousands lined up along Route 1 in Virginia to see them.
It was once in a lifetime experience. A little bone chilling because I had a remembrance pen for an employee we had that passed away last year, and the first monk took it out of my hand. So that was really cool. It gave me chills.
Right at the beginning when I took on this journey, really I just think that when we walk, hopefully that there are some people who stop by, slow down for us and then look back within to find some peace. That's all I expect, that not millions and millions of people like this.
As the monks set their sights on the nation's capital, Pinion Carter says he's witnessed the positive reaction from each step he takes, yet peace begins within.
Peace, a lot of people have been thinking about peace is something that, out there, somebody bring it to us. But not really. Peace is something that we have to find within. Right? Without mindfulness, I don't think we'd be able to find that kind of peace. Like, I think that this mission, for me personally, whenever I decide something, I would just do it. Even if I have to sacrifice my life, I still do it. And this is the goal, and this is something that I think is bring a lot of benefits to the people. So I will not stop, will not give up. From Texas to here, I have seen peace bloom and flourish. So I do think that it will one day will flourish throughout this universe with peace.
Yep, so just want to share some clips with you that I found about this Good Faith event, which will culminate on Valentine's Day. I guess they don't celebrate Valentine's Day, but it culminates on February 14th. That's a Saturday. And my guess is that they're going to take a plane back to Fort Worth, Texas. Maybe from DC, maybe from Dulles, maybe from a undisclosed location. Let's see here. I think we watched that. Let's see this. Did any of you know this was happening? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments below. Did any of you know that this was happening, despite all the disgusting things in the news that we're talking about today? Hey, just let me know what you think. This is a nice short video on something positive that I think we all should focus on. I think that we all should focus on being better people. I think that we all should focus on inner peace. And I think we all should focus on ways to communicate with others who don't quite share our opinions or thought patterns. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.